got the answer, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
You know what? I will go ahead and say Sway had the answer.
What is going on, gentlemen? Give me the SIP rep. Today we will be going to cover women who are slaves to the attention and who like to be objects. So the red flags are going to be numerous, gentlemen. Let's get started.
This message is for me, but it's for you too, if you need to hear this message. If you have involved yourself in something in which you know you had no business involving yourself in, and you're really looking back and like, damn, bitch, you really involved yourself with that? You dumb bitch. You really indulged in that? You have got to go on ahead and forgive yourself and say, you know, baby, let's recognize that we've made a mistake. Let's recognize that you were a goddamn fool. And let's forgive ourselves, people, please. Let's forgive ourselves and move on. Let's move on from the mistake that we done. This message is for you, baby. Forgive yourself, Natalia. Forgive yourself. For the fuck.
Alright, well, you gotta start from somewhere, right? But it just so happens that most women will quote unquote regret hookup when they are this lady's age, which I guess is over 30. Like 35, I would say. If you did that, in your 20s, and you said, hey, I've been messing with chat for a year, but I see it's not going anywhere. I see I'm not doing things the way they should be. I'm not heading towards the right direction. People will give you credit for that, right? But when you only regret hookup culture after 30, after you've had, all the fun, and you regret it only because you cannot continue doing it, it's not like you really understand it and you hate it and you dislike it. No, you just can't do it anymore. So you put this facade of, oh yeah, I regret it. I am changed now. I have healed now. I have learned my lessons. Yeah, nobody trusts you.
Fuckery you involve yourself in, bitch. Forgive yourself.
If no one's ever told you this.
But man, these AIs, I gotta say, they look more realistic with each passing day. The chip is a little broken and she repeated herself like a broken record, but on the other hand, great design model.
Don't date your coworker or hook up with your coworker, or just don't. You'll never guess what I did when I was 18. Here's the story. I just started this new job and I remember this guy was super attractive. And I was like, oh my god, like I want to get to know him, whatever. Let's get straight to the point here. I ended up going to the mall and had like an amazing time. He kissed me in his car. Hung out literally the next day. We hooked up. I left.
Ah, alright. Notice how she first said we hung out, like trying to cover what they actually did, and then she clarified we hooked up. A lot of women use this soft language of, we're getting to know each other, we are in the talking stage, we are seeing each other, we are in a situationship, and it's all code for we are hooking up. Also, I don't know how old you are, but you still look 18, and I find it disgusting that you are parading on TikTok about how you got used and how naive you were. Can you imagine you are this girl's boyfriend and you go on her TikTok and you see her talking about how they pumped her a few years back, and all your friends know about this? It's just embarrassing. A century ago, if a woman got used, she will try and hide it because it was socially shamed to be this stupid and irresponsible. But in 2023, it's glorified to be a B. It's glorified to be cringe and stupid.
We were okay for a good 3 days and then he just ghosts me. It's like Christmas break and he just completely ghosts me. Finally comes back from his vacation and then calls me and he's like, oh, by the way, like, I just don't really want to do this, which is one thing. That's completely fine. But then I find out through his Facebook, not very slick at all, he has a girlfriend. He still has a girlfriend. They were dating when we hooked up and they are still dating. He also lied to me about his age.
Gee, what a shocking reveal, right? That that guy who I spread my legs for on the second date was not good news. Fatherless behavior.
But that's like besides the point.
So this says,
That's
crap.
like besides the point.
Teenage me defending hookup culture and thinking all the women warning me against it were haters. And now me now 21 and feeling nothing but used and regretful. So teenage you, like, were you 15 or what? But yeah, it's what I said, gentlemen. I mean, when you only regret doing it because you can't do it no more, or because you're already so burnt out, yeah, it has no merit.
So I know some of my mutuals are probably going to unfollow because of what I have to say about this topic, but it needs to be said. Before I start this video, please listen to hear me and not to argue because y'all got that bad. And I'm not slut shaming by any means necessary. Like, what you do with your body is your business. I really can't say what I want to say, so bear with me when I talk about this topic. But if you're a young girl and you find yourself in hookup culture, or you find yourself super hypersexual, I need you to sit down and reevaluate your childhood, because I guarantee you there's going to be some type of trauma as to why you're sleeping with all these different men or women, whatever you into. Now, I feel like we as women, we have praised hookup culture so much to the point where we're guising it as women empowerment. But how can it be women empowerment if it's giving men exactly what they want and you're playing directly into the patriarchy? And like my mutual Naya said, sex for men and sex for women are just two different things. As someone who is hypersexual, when you get done with everything and all of these bodies, and you actually take the time, like, okay, I want to heal, and you actually take the time to reevaluate your life or why you did the things that you did, you're going to look at yourself at the end of the day and be like, who the fuck am I? I gave so many pieces of me to different men and different women. Now I want to backtrack and go collect those different pieces, but at the same time, I don't want to, because that girl is who I'm not anymore. Basically, if you're a younger girl and you follow me, please, 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 if you're a virgin, stay one until you know that this guy is who you want to be with. If you're a young girl who is actively having sex, please be mindful of who you're giving that energy to.
No, I don't think I will.
Because sex is a powerful tool. And I know y'all are young, you know, you're going to do what you want to do, but please just be mindful of who you give your body to, because you could come across the wrong person and they give you this evil ass spirit. And you trying to figure out why you so depressed. You trying to figure out why you not eating, why you trying to figure out why you feeding for drugs. And it's because you laid down with the wrong person and they demons attached to you. So please, 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 just, if you are going to go out here and do hookup culture, like I said, just use protection, but be mindful of who you're sleeping with at the end of the day, because you're going to.
So this is advice, right? A lot of parents give this advice of, hey, you know, be careful. Don't give out your body to anyone. It's not empowering. It doesn't make you a boss, babe. But yeah, nobody listens. But the thing is, like, all these single women who are looking for a partner or who have been trashed by Chad, if they allowed their families to pick a partner for them, they will be in a happy marriage, all of them. It's really not rocket science to discern the Chads from the good men. It's really not. It's really easy. But yeah, when they have to choose one, they just get played by one Chad and then another and then another, and they make these stupid TikToks asking, where are all the good men gone? Bro, literally, your whole family can pick a good man for you in a matter of weeks, in a matter of days, and make, you know, grow a steady family, a stable family. But no, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't listen to anyone. It's funny because it's even their friends, gentlemen. Like, you see all these women on TikTok, and they'll be saying how, you know, there are no good men left, etc. Yet every time they choose a partner, their whole friend group tells them, nah, he's not good for you, and they still wouldn't listen. But let's continue.
Live with regrets when everything is said and done. I promise you. Like, it's just.
I honestly have a lot of bad hookup stories, but my favorite happened last year in Miami. I was there looking at apartments with my best friend, and we went clubbing on our last night. I met this guy. He was so fucking cute. He met all of my requirements, which was literally just like being a workaholic, and I really liked him, and I wanted to go home with him. So at the end of the night, I find myself in his apartment. It's like 6 a.m. at this point on a Sunday morning. And it was one of those hookups where like the tension's been building all night. So the minute you're alone together, it's like the floodgates have opened. And honestly, guys, the entire hookup was like really, really short. Okay. We used a condom because we are responsible adults who care about our sexual health. And the condom broke. Neither of us realized it was broken until the deed was done.
I love how she says, we are responsible adults who care about our health, yet you are hooking up with a stranger you just met.
Don't tell me you're innocent. Because it insults my intelligence.
I don't know, it just doesn't seem to add up.
And we like start freaking out. He goes and buys me a Plan B. I'm literally sitting there like just dripping. It was so disgusting. I like called my best friend. She's at our hotel. I'm like, bitch, you will not guess what the fuck just happened to me right now. So he
Responsible adults, guys, remember.
gets back and like makes me take the Plan B in front of him because he was scared that I wasn't gonna take it, which I was like, okay, I don't want your babies, but fine, whatever. I take it. And then he's like, you know, you could sleep over. And I was like, it's 7 a.m. Like, no, my flight is tonight. It's my last day in Miami. I'm going to enjoy myself. So I call myself an Uber and he walks me down, and I'm just like sitting there, like I'm still in my clubbing outfit. My feet are fucking hurting. Like, I think my lip was bruised because we were making out so much, and I was just like contemplating my life. I was like, this is not city girl shit. This is not what they said the hot girls do on the streets. Like, what the fuck? I want to go home. So I'm waiting for my Uber. My Uber is like taking forever, and he's just like circling the block, and he calls me and he's like, hey, like there's a marathon happening right now and I literally cannot get to you because all the streets are closed. And I was like, it's fine, no worries. And I walked back to my hotel, still in my full clubbing outfit. I feel like my feet are fucking bleeding during a marathon. There were literally people running down the street in their marathon gear, and I was walking home. True walk of shame. I walked through like 3 construction sites. They were all looking at me like, what the fuck happened to you? And I remember when I was flying home that night, I saw people with their marathon medals in the airport, and I was like, I can't. Marathons will trigger me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, responsible adults. What a chaotic, directionless life. Take a guess, gentlemen. Will this woman, A, have a serious boyfriend that will escalate into a marriage and a family, or B, be Chad's leftovers at 30 plus, unable to secure a man? Being full of streets is not something that happens from dusk till dawn. It is a series of wrong decisions, and this is why I have zero sympathy for these women. You have made the wrong decisions over and over and over until you were in, you got to a point where nobody takes you for serious anymore. And how could they? You just take a look at your TikTok and nobody will pay zero respect to you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys my worst hookup story ever because I don't want to do schoolwork and I think someone could really use a laugh today. So I met this man, let's call him Bob, at a bar, and he asked for my Snapchat. I gave it to him, and then later that night he Snapchatted me and he asked if he could come over. I said no because it was 3 a.m. and I was going to bed. And he said he was going back to his university town and like tonight was the only night he could see me. I still don't care, I'm going to bed. Let me know if something changes tomorrow, is what I said to him. Something did change and he was able to come over, but the only way he could come is if I drove him 20 minutes to his friend's house after, and 20 minutes is fine, I don't really care. So he came over, we did some stuff, and he was really annoying and he only talked about himself the whole time, but it's men for you. So when it was time for this man to leave, he called his friends and his friends informed him that they were no longer 20 minutes away. In fact, they were an hour and 10 minutes away now. And somehow it was my responsibility to drive this man an hour and 10 minutes away, and then I drive an hour and 10 minutes back to my place. So drive this man like for days. I don't know this man. He said he would buy me supper and pay for my gas. So I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm a nice person. I'll do this. I'll do this for this man. So he takes me to McDonald's, living luxury. And he does pump my gas, but I pay for it because I put a whole tank in. But keep in mind, he pumps it. It's very vital to the story. So 40 minutes into our car drive, he realizes he has forgot his bag at my place, and we must turn around. Like, we must. There's no, like, I can't give it to him another day. Like, we need to go get that bag right now. So we turn around and go back to my apartment. We've been driving at this point like an hour and 20 minutes, and we were back at square one at my apartment. So I'm actually stupid, and I decided I would continue to drive this man back again. I would do it again. Honestly, because he was quite large, and I'm like 5'1". Honestly, what if he had a shank? What if he had a shank and I died that day?
Yeah, what if he had a shank? I don't think so. You know, you're trying to portray him as someone really annoying and asking you all these favors, but you're agreeing to all those things, right? And the reason why is probably because the guy was jacked or was handsome or you liked him or whatever. This is something that we say a lot. If you are in the eyes of women average, they will not even care to look towards your direction. But if you are Chad, they will pick you up and drop you with your friends and, you know, hey, come over, it's 2 a.m. but still come over, who cares? And they will do all those things for you. So don't try and describe him as someone annoying that you don't care about, because if you didn't care about him, you wouldn't be driving him all around. Let's continue.
Honestly, I would have preferred that. So we're driving, we get to his friend's house. It's like 2 in the morning. I drive an hour and 10 minutes back to my place. I just go to bed. Still haven't got the gas money. At this point, I'm defeated. I just go take a snooze, go to bed. Go to my eyelash appointment. My poor lash lady literally hears me ranting about this man, Bob. And after I ask Bob, I'm like, can I have my money? Honestly, even 10, 20 bucks. Like, he owed me 40 at this point. But I was like, just honestly, anything. Like, you can just send me. That'd be great. No. This man, poor, a piece of shit? I don't know. Blocks me on Snapchat, blocks me on Instagram, blocks my number. Are you joking? I just wanted $10.
Nobody cares. Zero sympathy, gentlemen. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You meet with strangers in bars and you are somehow shocked that they turn out to be weird. I have absolutely no sympathy for these leftovers. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. And thank you for watching, gentlemen. I will see you next time. I hope you have a good day. See ya.